Andrew, game one, an odd game. I think we would all we would all agree. What takeaways, if any, do you take from that game that you can apply to game two?
Look, we don't think we played as well as we could have. We think, no disrespect to them, but we think we can improve on a lot of things. Obviously, they probably feel the same way. But, I think we had a bad lull there in the third quarter where we let them back in the game. We're turning the ball over and they got out to run. But if we can make them work for everything in the half court and not let them get out in the open floor, it kind of takes away their really good three-point shooters and puts a lot more pressure on LeBron to kind of make plays for them.
And they talked a lot about the fact that they missed shots at the front of the rim, but I would imagine you guys can live with them taking shots in the paint as long as it means they don't take threes.
Yeah, it's the same kind of philosophy teams try to guide us with. They were switching a lot against us and trying to make us get to the basket, and we got layups, and they did miss some pretty easy shots at times. But our defense was trying to make them go to the basket. We know that if they get going from the three-point line, they're as tough a team as any to beat.
You've been very successful the last few games against these guys with different lineups, different strategies. What is the overall emphasis that you want to have against these guys in a particular game?
Make them work for everything defensively. Don't let them get in that rhythm where the floor's wide open for them and LeBron's distributing and making passes and they're swinging the ball. And offensively move the ball. They switch a lot of screens, so if we can get some good ball movement, make hard cuts, we're eventually going to wear them down in the space of a 24-second shot clock. So if the ball sticks for us, much like for them, if the ball sticks and it becomes an ISO game at either end, it's not playing in either of our hands.
You were 5 of 7 the other night. Where were you finding kind of the openings in their defense?
Just cutting to the basket. I got a couple of easy baskets early, got going, got some offensive rebounds, some tip-ins. I had a nice lob dunk and just got going early scoring-wise. So, it's not a series where I'm going to be playing 40 minutes a game, as we know from last season. But I want to, make sure I try to stay out on the floor this final series and just, be productive when I'm out there, whether it's 10 minutes, 15, 20, whatever it is. But we know that the 5 spot for us, for Azili, myself, and Varejao, there's probably about 20 total minutes to play because it's going to be a small ball series.
Yeah.